This is not about freedom. I will use my power to get them out of the way. Come on. I got hairy legs.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2116 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest K2 Flex. How we doing, fam? Let's get some Catalina wine mixer. Let's zoom in. Let's get a little focus. Papa's in focus. Welcome everyone to the Sunday Funday Red, White, and Swole, the Q&A-ness. It is time for some questions, and of course, going to give you some answers. So first, let's drop it in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? What's going on, beaches? How are we doing? More gorillas, please. Got your coffee, got your bone broth. We are ready for a great show, aren't we, Falcon?
Oh, you can!
Indeed. We are ready for an amazing show, and welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself today. Drink some bone broth, drink some coffee, go make some gains, go get some sun on your nips, depending on where you live. Maybe you'll get some frost on your nips, but you can do that too. It's almost spring everywhere. It is Sunday after all. Yesterday's episode is available if you haven't checked it out yet. It was fire. The Great Eyebrow Massacre of 2022. Man, yesterday's episode was intense. Swole Slut Saturday was intense. But not only that, tomorrow we have our weekly accountability meeting. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Accountability meeting tomorrow, February 21st, 12 p.m. Eastern time, so noon. Make sure you're there for the live call. Join the fam today, SwoleNormusX.com. All those details in the show notes down below. Make sure that you are ready. Ready for that meeting. We got new releases, and of course, we'll take some live calls. It's going to be fucking fuego. That being said, drop your questions in the comments down below. We'll get started. Make sure you share the broadcast, fam. I got some news. I don't know of the latest, but I actually knew this yesterday, and I forgot to tell you, believe it or not, just because it happened already, and then we got reinstated. The Daily Swole TikTok got banned again, permanently. Now, what's interesting is that you can permanently ban an account like over and over again. You'd think if it was permanently banned, it's permanently banned. If it's banned, it's gone. No more page if you ban it. But it's back, and it was, and then it was gone again. So they're just going to keep on jerking me around, I guess, on that account. I guess I can't post anything because all I do is post clips from the show. So if I can't post clips from the show, then I guess can't have an account there, because I'm not going to post like the fucking stupidest goddamn clips. We say a lot of shit, and I guess we say a lot of things about nutrition and about life that the powers that be at TikTok, that they don't like it too much. And I think we're shadow banned on Instagram as well. Just happened recently. I don't think we're coming up in search. Actually, if you're following the Instagram Swolenormous page, I don't know if you can see that. If you're following, it might show up in your search, but I've heard from a couple people, and I've tried on a couple accounts, if you search Swolenormous on Instagram, that it doesn't come up in the search. So that might be something to look into as well. But anyway, we are not going to stop. So let's just put that, I'm just putting that out there right there. I just wanted to throw that bait out in the water. I just wanted to chum that a little bit. We're not stopping. I'm not going to stop doing the man cast. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to keep on doing it better and better and bigger and just keep on doing it. Keep on trucking 7 pillars every fucking day. Let's get some more gorillas every fucking day. Pillar number 7, consistency. And then, of course, all the other 6 pillars on top of that. We're going to keep on going so everyone else can just go
fuck yourself.
But we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. Jeremy, Papa, you're such a meanie head. I am. I'm so mean.
How about I send you a hobo's dick?
Such a meanie head. All right. I'm so mean, we're going to take questions. We're so mean, we're going to talk about what you want to talk about. I'm so mean, we're going to do some Sunday Fun Day Red Wine Swole Q&A. Shall we, fam? Shall we? Let's fucking go. Let's get into it, all right? We'll take comments. We'll just go with the flow today. If you're not used to the show or you're brand new and you listen to a couple other shows, this is the Sunday Fun Day, the Red Wine Swole Q&A is when we just take questions. So ask Papa Swolio, hashtag ask Papa Swolio in the comments down below. Drop your questions. We got some from Instagram, and of course, we'll take some live. Let's see. What was I going to say? Make sure you share the podcast. So Apple Podcast, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podbean, wherever you listen, you can download the Daily Swole. You can listen RSS feed. So thedailyswole.com for all those links. Bottom line, I was saying all that stuff is because no matter where they ban, I think YouTube, I think it's coming. I mean, if TikTok is down, I just think it's going to, I mean, if it's going to get worse, it's going to get worse. I don't know if, I've tripped off any wires, if it's going to get completely banned on other accounts, but just make sure that you are sharing the podcast. That helps the most. If you love the show, it's up to all of you just to share and send a link and, post about it, share a story, whatever you can do. Even if you can't become a member, you're still supporting the show if you share, if you tag, and if you, in your Instagram stories or whatever you use, it helps a lot. So if you're enjoying the show, make sure you leave a review, share it, send it to a family or a friend, someone that needs some knowledge cock in their life. And let's be honest, we all do. And some people don't even realize they need it. They don't even realize how much girth they need in their life. So share the Daily Swole, and thank you so much for doing so. All right, let's get into today's show. Let's bust this nut open, shall we, fam? Let's get some more. The Falcon's ready. Let's get the nut busted. We'll take some questions. We'll pinch our nips a little bit. We'll have a good time, right? We'll have a good time. Let's do it. All right, Falcon, let's summon you, and we'll take it away. That was solid. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Swole privilege. What kind of privilege? Swole privilege. I'm sorry, what? What kind of privilege? That's swole privilege.
He's heating up!
Just heating up. Let's fucking go. All right, hashtag swole privilege. Drop in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. The live cast, the man stream. We are just getting started. So, There we go. Not bad. Oh, come on now. Come on now.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
What a great, feels good. All right. We're done. Boo. I won't be doing that. The whole show. Oh my God. Feels good. Feeling good. Some swole privilege, making some gains. Ready to take some questions. You ready? Let's go. Let's fucking go. More gorillas. All right. Are we done? Is that enough gorillas? Enough gorillas? Okay. Reminder. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, we got our accountability meeting. Just talked about that. So looking forward to that. Also, for those of you that have not yet checked out papaswolio.com, make sure you do so. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. If you're a member, you get 20% off. So make sure you check out your homepage when you log in, your Get Started series. All those details are there. You can also let us know, send us an email, use the Facebook chat and Telegram, and, plug in if you have any questions about, drops or where to find any of these collections, X, Y, and Z, because there's so much stuff over there at papaswolio.com. So if you need any assistance, if you have any questions about any of the programming and stuff, of course, inside Swole X, we're always there to help. But there's nothing like covering your nips, whether you're at a home gym or in your gym. papaswolio.com's got all the gear you need. So we got Swole variant, we got the SwoleFam apparel, we got red, white, and swole, we got forging. We got so much stuff over there. I was gonna say forging pillars. We have the 7 pillars apparel or gear, the flag. We're dropping some more stuff soon. So Swole Since Birth, we got new Swole Since Birth series. We got all the different tanks, tees. We have cell phone cases, stickers, Swole Since Birth, but the flags are what everyone's talking about. 7 pillars, SwoleFam, and of course, Swole Since Birth. But not only that, we got the brand new drop, the brand new collection, Captain Swolio. That is what I really wanted to talk about. Captain Swolio. Check out the new styles, the new collection. You got a flag, you get all sorts of stuff. So put it on whatever you want. That's what she said. Check it out. papaswolio.com. Captain Swolio gear is fucking lit. It's pirate season, baby. It's pirate season.
We choose truth over facts.
It's pirate season. Is there a pirate? It's pirate season now. We need to make it. We need to make a pirate season. It's, I guess, February's, or I guess the end of February. Maybe there's like a week. It's like Pirate Week. They have Shark Week. Why don't they have Pirate Week? We should have Pirate Week. Yeah, pirate season. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right. Ask Papa Swolio. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Blasphemy. Jeremy, how do I stay motivated? Boo. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass.
You gotta love the Sunday Fun Day Q&A, and you get the SwoleFam trolling with questions that just make me want to punch someone in the dick. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. It's a great start. Let's see. Oh, Tyler, I came across a video on my For You page yesterday, and it was a disturbing one. I seen your comment, and I knew you dropped the sack on the video where a woman was breastfeeding her child. Why? That's a tough one. I'm curious as to hear what you have to say, everyone, because when I drop comments, one of the best ways, I think it's underrated, to get not just attention, but engagement, and to kind of, I guess, engage in the TikTok community, any kind of platform, is to drop comments. So of course, when I'm on TikTok for a few minutes, I post my videos, but sometimes I'll see a video that pops up and I just comment. I comment on it, I try to make something funny, or I'd be like, oh my God, this is ridiculous, or I shit on it. It depends on what the video is and what kind of mood I'm in. And it was this woman I know the thing is she's breastfeeding, and it's a natural thing. It's what you're supposed to do. But I think it's also, should this be on an app where kids are? You have kids there and just like fucking like tits hanging out. I see nudity on TikTok all the time. It's just, it gets banned or it gets flagged, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know how these videos sometimes circulate, whereas a video of me talking on the podcast gets my entire fucking channel banned. But you could have nudity and tons of stuff on TikTok that kind of slips through the cracks, but my entire fucking shit gets shut down. But that being said, I commented and I said something like TikTok guidelines, and it was the emoji of a blind person. So pretty much like TikTok guidelines, they're not even fucking paying attention. Now, I'm not saying that it should be taken off. I think it's open for a discussion because it is a very fundamental thing for a woman to be doing. At the same time, you don't need to be doing that on social. Like, there's no reason for that to be on TikTok. You don't need to have like and it wasn't like, oh, it's in the baby's mouth and okay, no, it was just like out and then like it was just titties. It was just titties in a baby's mouth. It's like, just because you're feeding your child doesn't mean you should be, extorting your baby for views on TikTok. So I call bullshit. Women, you can breastfeed. You should breastfeed. But you don't need to be posting it on fucking social media. It's not that big of a deal. Let's put it that way. Pedro, good question, Tyler. Yeah, and that's the funny thing is like when you're on TikTok or you're on these apps and what they'll do is what the algorithm does. So if you're following me on TikTok, let's say, for example, you only follow one person. You say you follow Papa Swolio on TikTok. That's my @ if you don't know. And you only follow one person. You only follow me. They will show you, if I comment on a video because you follow me, you like my videos, they'll show you my videos. They'll show you other videos. Maybe they think that are similar to mine to see if they can latch you into these other videos. And then if I comment on a video, oh, the person that you follow comment on this video. Maybe you want to watch this video and comment too. So then they'll show the video. And then of course, when you load up the comments, they'll show my comment at the top. Whether or not it got the most likes or not, they'll probably prioritize it. Because like, hey, I follow that guy. That kind of thing. So let's see here. So that's why it's cool. I'll comment on a video and I see other people like, hey, Papa, what are you doing here? Go to the fucking gym. So you kind of, engaging on other people's videos is pretty fun. Pedro, Papa Swole, are you getting a Truth Social profile? I don't know what's going on with that. Aside from I know Trump was doing that, months ago, and it was supposed to go public, but it's not out yet. I saw a couple screenshots. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Unfortunately, if you create a Truth Social profile, I guess you're what? You're on like the FBI's most wanted list, like instantly or something like that.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
You sign up for that, and all of a sudden a helicopter's like flying over your fucking house. Let's see. Joey Bag of Donuts, Papa Swolio, what wallet do you use for Bitcoin? I see that Swan Bitcoin recommends the Moon wallet. I haven't tried that one yet. You can use a reputable brand name. Most important thing is when you're getting a wallet, make sure it's a good wallet. I've never used the Moon wallet. Is that a hard wallet or is that a hot wallet? Is that on your phone? You want to get a hard wallet. You want to get something that you can take off the chain, because if it's not your keys, it's not your coin. So if you have it on an exchange or if you have it on your phone, I mean, it's your coin if it's on your phone, but if your wallet's on your phone, then it's an attack vector. You can get hacked, you can get SIM swap. There's different things that you can be susceptible to. So when you go down the rabbit hole with Bitcoin, you start recognizing that it's not necessarily that there's one way that's better than another, but hardcore Bitcoiners are really about protecting your sovereignty and redundancy. So vulnerabilities. If you have attack vectors, then you can get attacked. And, it's all about your susceptibility. If you leave your money on exchange and the government bans taking Bitcoin or translating it or converting it off exchanges, that's when you're vulnerable. So if you own your own keys, if you have your own keys, so if you buy Bitcoin on Swan, it's not yours until you withdraw it. Same thing with Cash App, same thing with Coinbase. It's not yours. It's like a voucher for those coins. Once you withdraw them, you pay the small fee, the transaction fee, and then you send it to whatever wallet you want. And if you have it on your phone, then it's an attack vector. If you have it in a cold storage, there's different layers. You can go deeper and deeper where it's more and more protected. Then there's other wallets like Cold Card. There's other, multi-signature wallets where you can have third-party companies that provide security, where you have to kind of like a nuclear code. You have to turn two keys at the same time. You could have a 2 of 3 or a 3 of 5 multi-signatures. In other words, you have to sign multiple transactions in order to approve your coins being moved. Just layers of security in case you lose one of your wallets. So Ledger, Trezor, Cold Card are good ones. Ledger's a really popular one. But then, whenever you order a wallet, if you order a hard wallet, make sure you order it straight from the manufacturer. Don't get it on Amazon. Don't, buy it somewhere else. Buy it straight from like ledger.com or something like that. Just because you don't want any tampering along the way. It's, it's a low risk, but, as Bitcoin continues to do price discovery and as it becomes more and more and more of a valuable asset, even more than it already is, which it will continue to do so, you want to make sure that your security matches that. I'll have to check out that Moon. I mean, is that the Moon wallet? Is that the new Lightning wallet? I've heard of it, but I think it's a hot wallet. Hot wallet means it's on your phone. All right, so let's go back to the breastfeeding thing. Let's see, Josh. Biden chooses dementia over coherence. Indeed. Motivation is a farce. Very well said, Brian. Indeed. Yet the Fat Doctor UK keeps her channel. Jeremy, I never breastfeed on social media. Jeremy's on fire today. Jeremy, you're on fire, baby.
He's on fire!
You're on fire. That's another good point. Stephanie, what is truth? Exactly. What is truth? Again, like this soundboard.
We choose truth over facts.
We choose truth over facts. So you mean you choose your narrative. That's what that soundboard is. That's the, quote, President of the United States saying that he chooses truth over facts. Well, I think facts are what exist and truth is your fucking opinion, apparently. So yeah, you can create your own truth. So what is truth? It's a great question. Very philosophical. Let's see. Oh, really? Pedro appears just like Twitter. Starts going live tomorrow. Trump reserved a spot for Jack Dorsey. Oh, really? My FBI agent is proud of my gains. Tyler, any plans of a home tour? Have you checked out the Swole TV? Did a little gym tour in Swole Motion. Definitely checked out the gym tour. I'm not a big fan of like home tours, but that stuff will come up in the vlogs and things like that. We're kicking into some more content along those lines. So we've done some tours. I've taken you around the yard. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's in Swole TV. Check out the Swole Motion behind the scenes vlogs if you haven't yet, especially if you're a new member. Let's take a question from Instagram. We keep dropping them live.
What's in the box?
America, baby. Let's get another one right here.
Fuck yeah!
All right, this is from Madars. Maadars on Instagram. Papa Swole, you get one wish. What would it be? For a good fucking question. Oh, I wish I got a question. I wish I got a question that didn't suck. I hope I got good. One wish. I hope we get good questions today. I hope we get good questions today. That's my wish. My wish. Remember, hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. All right, this one's from Work for and Swole. What is that? Work for NND for Swoles 3N. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Is that supposed to like phonetically sound like something? This person says, Daddy. Look, I'm your papa, but I ain't your daddy. Daddy, how can I go to bed earlier and destroy my bad habit? Well, you have to set a plan and execute on it. I would recommend the book Atomic Habits. I do think that in order to have a great day, you have to have a good night the night before. A lot of people are concerned with a morning routine. I think an evening routine is far more important. And I think that's extremely, extraordinarily underrated. You should have a great evening routine. If you don't have a good evening routine, you're not going to get good sleep. You're not going to wake up properly. You're not hydrated properly, all that kind of stuff. If you need to have a great day, if you need to execute, it's all about preparation and the night before. So if you have a good night before, a good night routine, that is going to, not that you shouldn't have a morning routine, but it's going to segue and give you the best platform to have a great start to your day. So a good night will lead to a better opportunity for the morning. There we go. Christopher, Papa Swole, my friend said that the bloodier the steak, the worse it is for your arteries. Is this true? I have never, ever, ever heard anything like that. I would say quite the opposite. If you're eating a well-done steak, you should be prosecuted, in my opinion. You should be prosecuted. You should be given the Epstein treatment. You should be accidentally like, oh, you hear the other guy that he hung himself in prison. Oh my God, all these people all these cameras are just going off and people are just getting hung left and right. Oh my God, everyone's just disappearing themselves. Who would have thought? Oh no, it's not the biggest cover up in everyone's faces in history. But yeah, I've never heard that. Well done steak is a tragedy. So make it raw. No, don't eat it raw. Well, I eat raw beef liver. I had some raw beef liver a little while ago, but I like my steak rare or medium rare, something along those lines, depending on the cut, depending on my mood, but it's got to be bloody, man. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. You've heard about those vegan steaks. It's what? Beet. They use beet juice to mimic blood. I like my steak to be shadow banned on Instagram. Like me. Oh my God. Pedro, as tomorrow is President's Day, if you were president and could make a change, what would you tackle first? God, I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. What can you do as a president? It's nice to have these ideas. I think every 4 years we have this bullshit virtue signaling by anyone. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you get in office and kind of next to nothing fucking happens. You have a little bit more stability, I suppose, if you do it that way, but nothing kind of gets done. Which is why the powers that be are trying to shift us into like a more and more of an authoritarian state because it could be more efficient to compete with, I don't know, places like China. But what's the difference? China, United States nowadays. What's really the difference? It's really just the corporate elites that just control the world, and that globalist perspective and that globalist approach is pretty much allowing everything to rot at the bottom. The people are waking up a little bit more. I'm not sure if it's going to be in time or to what capacity, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think, I know we always hear the phrase darkest before the dawn, but you think it's going to get worse before it gets better? What do you think's coming down the pipeline? Where do you think we are in that kind of like, because it has to be dark before you have to have a valley before the mountain. If you're looking at an amplitude, right? You look at the depth and the valleys and the mountains. So the mountains are only as tall relative to the valley. If you're talking about like actual distance from the valley to the mountain peak, like where do you think we are? Do you think we haven't hit it? Do you think we're past it? Do you think it's like going to get a lot worse? And of course, what does that mean? You could drop your thoughts below, but I don't even know. That's a good question, Pedro. I have no fucking idea, man. I have no fucking idea. I feel like a president gets into office and they get the rundown of like all the different protocols. And like that first day, they're like, oh, see, I can barely do shit. Oh, you kind of just have to like be nice to people and kind of, move the chess pieces around, but not really try to win, but kind of not, and make everyone think that you're doing something when you're not really doing something. And I don't know, just seems like nothing really fucking happens. A lot of things happen, but nothing happens. Yeah, you can sign executive orders, but those can be like reversed immediately. I'm not sure. I guess. Yeah, I'm no expert in that for sure. But it's shocking what the people allow. It's only going to come to a point. Like if you start really hitting people where they live, that's why people start getting pissed off that's why people get really upset. And you start like a lot of these revolutions, like last hundreds of years in Europe and things like that. A lot of revolutions come around when people are starving, when they're hungry, when their money's worth nothing, when you have like, the rampant inflation that we're dealing with, which can't be stopped, but they're going to pretend like they can stop it. So when it hits you in your pocket, when it affects you in your home, that's why when you start going after kids with critical race theory, you start trying to brainwash kids and, manipulate them with drugs and with garbage education, all this different propaganda. You start hitting families in their pocketbook. You start fucking around with their kids. That's why people are getting more and more pissed and more vocal about it. And a lot of people are like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not doing what you tell me. because you start really getting into someone's bedroom and someone's house, and you start fucking around with their shit in their casa. People are like, wait a second, now you can pump the brakes. But I think we have to, as a society, is just really focus more on local. You know, hopefully at the end of all this, hopefully it's, you know, checking on government and really shrinking that and allowing states a lot more power. I think what we've seen over the last couple of years is how much power the states have and how much better of a system it is where you live where you want to live, and your local government is run the way you want your local government to run. There's no need for this federal oversight. I mean, I still think we should stay. I don't know about the peaceful divorce. I don't know of anything like that. I feel like if you are, you know, trying to survive on a global stage, you need that kind of unity. Especially, we don't want California becoming China East, which it probably would be if everything kind of broke apart, and then you wouldn't want, you know, enemies on the mainland, literally like that. But at the same time, depending if you're talking digitally, if you're talking financially, or from a corporate standpoint, it's all almost integrated already. It's very complicated. It's very complicated. And these aren't conspiracy theories. These are literally, you have extremely powerful people that will do whatever they need to make sure they get what they want done. And that includes offing people. And you see it in the news all the time. It gets shoved under the rug on the weekends because the stories they don't want you to see get released on Friday and Saturday. That's when I look at the news for the most part. I'm looking at the news on the Friday and Saturday. You see some shit like, what the fuck? And it's not going to be talked about at all during the week. It's not going to be talked about at all. They release on Friday and Saturday, so no one fucking sees it. But I think, like we've talked about for a while, that the left eats their own. They're going to keep on canceling. They're canceling themselves. They're canceling everyone. That circle gets tighter and tighter and tighter until it just fucking implodes. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's never worked. And it's never going to work. It just doesn't work. That's right, Michael. Our monetary system is a complete fiat scam. It's exactly right. It is. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's essentially a Ponzi scheme, and it's make-believe. It's make-believe, which is why we need some real money. We need some real hard currency. We need some real hard assets. We need some real sovereignty with our personal property, which is why Bitcoin is the answer. All right, let's get into the next question. Tyset27 Brooklyn. Oops, why'd that not show up? Can you explain caloric deficit? I was told I should do 750 caloric deficit. This is not English. The typos are rampant, but we'll handle it. Can I explain calorie deficit? Yeah, you're eating less than you're burning. You can Google that. You know, come on now, fam. I wish for good questions. I didn't get it. I was told I should do 750 calorie deficit. You don't need that much. I don't know who told you that, but you don't need to do that dramatic. Most people just need a few hundred calories deficit. You'll lose weight, but you need to be eating enough protein and lifting weights. So don't just eat less and think you're going to get healthier. You need to be eating quality food. So quality over quantity first. Stop counting your calories if you are not eating quality dense foods. Get your grass-fed beef, organ meats. Make sure you cutting out the inflammatory, dairy, processed carbohydrates, vegetable oils, seed oils, things of that nature. Start there first. Elliot Meyer 22. I've done carb cycling on the past for bodybuilding cut. Now I'm doing CrossFit. Still a good idea. What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck is going on? I see. My wish was not granted. I don't know what you're trying to say. You've done carb cycling for a bodybuilding cut. Now I'm doing CrossFit. Still a good idea? I don't know. You tell me. Do you like it? I hate carb cycling personally. I mean, I might do it a little bit on my own. Hey, I want more carbs, so I eat more carbs. And other days, I don't feel like as many carbs. But I don't like being like, well, today's a low carb day. So no, fuck that shit. I'm going to eat the right foods for me in the quantities that I deem fit on those days. I don't like to set myself, well, I have to eat low carb today. Fuck you, right? Carb cycling, I'm doing CrossFit, still a good idea. What? Is CrossFit a good idea? Those are two different conversations here. So I have thoughts on both. So it depends on, I don't know. Depends on what you're eating. Again, it's not about the carb side. It's not about the macro ratios. It's not about the calorie counting. It's about the food quality. What are you eating? That's the most important thing. Asher Cure, concerned about inflation, stack gold and silver. I say, fuck that shit. I think that's a waste of money, personally. Bitcoin is exceptionally superior to both gold and silver. People don't care about yellow rocks. They don't. That's inflationary, by the way. I don't know if you knew this, but silver and gold are both inflationary. You just got to mine more. If it goes up in price, they'll mine more gold and silver, and then the price will go back down. So Bitcoin is the only truly scarce asset because there's only 21 million. So gold can be mined more, and people don't think of it that way, but it's all controlled. That's all controlled. You can, but if you think about it, it's not as divisible. It's not as portable. Like, what are you going to do? Like, shit hits the fan. Internationally, we still have the internet and digital, but everyone, inflation. Like, here's some yellow rock. People are like, I don't care. Most people aren't going to care about that. You want something that you can send anywhere in the world because our economy, which is more global by the day, you need to be able to transact into any, and it's not any currency. Like, you can send Bitcoin to anyone in the world. You can send Bitcoin to someone in North Korea if they had a phone, if they had a wallet. You can send it to any address. So you can, it's just the most portable. It's becoming more and more recognizable. More and more people are understanding the technicals of Bitcoin. And it takes time. It takes time for people to learn about it. It's not crypto. It's a cryptocurrency, but it's not all the other securities and all the other shit coins. People lump them together. It's completely different. It's completely decentralized. It's nothing like the other ones. Say nothing like, but sometimes you have other ones that are spin-offs of it. But that's what we encourage you to learn. Check out the links that we have in the show notes if you're interested in more stuff like that. But yeah, that's why people do move, or classically they did move to gold and silver during inflationary times, because those things were more safer assets, but they're not necessarily going to appreciate that much. And they don't have the same properties, which is what Bitcoin fills in those gaps. So in the past, gold might have been a good option for the last, 5,000 years. But now things have changed. Let's see. Little Mouse. Papa Swole, you mentioned in another video, nutrition first versus calories. Is there a healthier pasta, as it is a big thing in my diet? Not that I'm aware of. I avoid pasta. I'm not a fan of wheat or grains in general. So nutrition first, nutrient density, but it's the quality first. So pasta is really more or less a worthless nutrition source. There are many, many better options that will not have the same inflammatory effects, the same type of, negative outcomes in the body, like sweet potatoes, a lot of times white rice. The problem with a lot of the grains, or the wheat, I should say, is that it's the way the grains have been processed and the regulations. There's a lot of wheat germ agglutinin, which is terrible for the gut, cause a ton of leaky gut. You have a lot of inflammation in the intestinal lining, which can lead to a lot of autoimmune reactions and issues. So in terms of pasta, there's different ways to make it, I'm sure. A lot of people make those different types of zucchini or squash and things like that. I mean, maybe if you get certain types of wheat from other countries, it might be less of a gut bomb. But a lot of people, when they eat pasta, for example, in other countries, and they come to the United States with different regulations and different quality of wheat, and then you come here and they have terrible gut distress, it's just not something, it's more of a famine food. It really is. And that's why these things can last on shelves for years. I mean, these are not things that you should be eating regularly, in my opinion. I don't, and I feel 1,000 times the better for it. I avoid all that stuff. And it's not because it doesn't taste good. It's like, what doesn't, pasta, but I love the taste. Yeah, people like a lot of things. That's why people have eaten them. And that's why people make a ton of profit on these foods, because they're really made for dog shit prices. You're able to upcharge the fuck out of these things. They last for a long time. and they fill you up. Like they make you feel full, but it's really just like inflammation and bloating and water retention. And when it comes to having a choice of what to fill your stomach up with, like you only have so much stomach space, right? You only have so much room mechanically and, for your body to intake food. It's like, wouldn't you want to utilize that space and with the most nutrient dense food, with the most bioavailable food? You're not really getting any quality nutrients from those types of bleached and processed wheat products. Stephanie, how safe is raw organ meat? I don't want food poisoning. How safe? You need grass-fed and grass-finished meat. You want quality products. I mean, I don't tell anyone you should eat raw liver. I'll show videos or I'll say that I do. I'm not telling you to. How safe is it? I've never had issues. I've been eating raw eggs. I've had raw liver, raw bone marrow. I've been eating all sorts of these different raw foods for a decade. I've never had any problems. I've never had any kind of food poisoning ever, ever, ever. I've had raw eggs from stores. I mean, maybe like organic brown eggs, but still, not pastured. I mean, I've never had any issues. I've never thought much about it. I think it's a lot of brainwashing. I don't think it's incorrect because if you're getting sick animals, then you're eating sick products. So you need healthy animals. So if you can get farm fresh eggs, if you can get, grass-fed and grass-finished beef and things of that nature, most people, I've never seen people having problems with that. It might depend on the organ, like what you're eating, but I've seen people eating raw, all sorts of different organs, even ones that I haven't personally eaten raw. And, I think a lot of that is smoke and mirrors if you're getting it from a healthy animal. So how safe of it? I just had a few ounces of raw beef liver a little while ago. So I'm not telling you to go eat it, but I'm just telling you what I did. I've never had food poisoning. Not that I'm aware of. Like I've never had like the classic, what people have for food poisoning, at least not from that. I've had it I've felt shitty from going out and eating other places, but not from my food like that. Let's see. Terry, do you subscribe to an optimal heart rate given your age during your workout, or you just monitor your breath? Yeah, I don't do any of that heart rate monitoring. I don't use any of those, external things. I mean, I do plenty of sled work and kettlebell stuff, and I get my heart rate up plenty. I do the sauna and I'm doing cold plunge. So I'm definitely putting my body through different types of stress. So I guess what you're referring to is 220 minus your age for like the approximation, like a guesstimation of your heart rate max. But, if you're talking about zone training, you can Google that and look at what the different zones are. I mean, cardiovascular capacity is great. I mean, it's important. To what extent people are putting themselves through that, that could be debated, and how much you need. But I don't really concern myself too much with like the details of that. I just haven't a lot. I just haven't personally. Heart rate recovery is very important. If you're really out of breath and you're really pushing it, you're like in those higher zones 2 or 3, and then how quickly your body can recover and come back to base level. That's important. That's heart rate recovery. That's a very important skill, I should say, or adaptation for your body. Let's see. You're welcome, Little Mouse. You're welcome. Good questions. Thank you. Damn. And look, I'm not saying that anyone, like when we're talking about, I see people like talking about pasta and what, this is why the elimination diet's important. So I'm going to be here and I'm going to be like, fuck pasta, fuck this, fuck that, fuck that. These are things that I don't want in my life, that have not benefited me, that have benefited me since I have removed them. But look, if you're sitting here and you want to do an elimination diet, you're like, well, I'm never giving this up. It's like, then fucking don't, right? I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying, why not try it? Why not cut some of these things out? Why not put your body in this like neutral playing field? Or why don't you zero out the game? Why don't you create that nice base level and see how they affect you? Because I think a lot of people will just cut off and be like, oh my God, giving up pasta? I'm never going to do that. I can't do that. No, I couldn't. I could never give up pasta.
How dare you?
They never try. And because they're always eating it, they're constantly inflamed. They don't realize the negative side effects. They don't realize how much these foods impact them, which is why we do an elimination diet and experience it. And trust me, look, if you go through, let's say you're a pasta hound, whoever's listening or watching, let's say you're obsessed with pasta, and then you cut it out. Okay, you cut it out for 6 or 8 weeks. It's really hard. You do an elimination diet, and then you add it back in, and you are doubled over in pain. Your stomach is just, oh my God, is just hurting, and you're in all night long, and you're on the toilet, and you just feel like your stomach is going to rip apart. Do you think you're going to want that again? Are you going to be like, oh my God, I love pasta so much. Let me just do that again. You'd be like, what the fuck just happened? What'd I just eat? And you're going to feel like you had food poisoning. But what you really had was just an inflammatory reaction from a food that you thought was good your entire life, that your body was just reinforced against. And you didn't realize how much this was impacting you. So it's really important to get that perspective. And if you want to keep on going through that, if you're like, hey, this destroyed my stomach, I felt shitty for 2 days, but I'm going to keep on eating it, then you're the jabroni. Then you're the one that doesn't really care about their health, but you have to experience it. It's your life, bottom line. If you want to go through your life in pain, then do it. I mean, that's just the most ridiculous cognitive dissonance. There's nothing I can do to help you. If you experience that and you're like, oh, I like feeling like absolute shit. It's like, what am I going to say then? It's like, you don't want to do that. Don't do that. It just seems common sense after you experience it, but you have to experience it. You have to experience it. You can't just listen to me like, oh, this guy says no, because then you get in this restrictive mindset. You know, Papa Swolio hates on pasta. Oh my God, you're such a food Nazi. It's so restrictive. It's not restrictive. It's just not eating things that make you feel like dog shit. Just people think that anything that can be consumed should go in their mouth. That's not true. You shouldn't just fucking chew and swallow anything just because it's sold to you. Most of this shit is absolute dog shit. It's garbage. And it's garbage because they can make a huge profit. Look, if it costs this company 10 cents to make and they can sell it for $2, the fucking profit margin on that? Ridiculous. Okay, if they make something for 10 cents and they have to sell it for 20 cents, not so much. What if they could use high fructose corn syrup and processed enriched wheat flour? They can make it for 5 cents and sell it for $5. Oh my God, bring in the money. Get those fucking Doritos. Push those Doritos. Make sure we got all these different flavors every other week. Mesquite barbecue. We get all these fucking gross flavors and make sure that people keep on buying the same old crap with different textures and flavors. And that's all it is. It's just the same shit being recycled. If you look at the ingredients on the back of all these things, it's always high fructose corn syrup, enriched wheat flour, blah, 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 blah. The same fucking things. Pretty much on every single, you go down the chip aisle, on the back, it's just the same ingredients, but it's different shapes, different packaging, different colors in the packaging. Different thicknesses of different crunches, different shape. Oh my God, these chips are circular. It's a circle. These are a triangle. It's a triangle. It's not real food. It's fucking obvious, ridiculous. Sergio Suhan, what's up? Thanks to you and the elimination diet, I found out that I'm lactose intolerant. I am curious how many foods I will find out that are doing me bad things. Good for you, dude. Now, I'm not saying good for you. You are lactose intolerant, but you're the example we're talking about. You're the example that we're talking about, experiencing it, figuring it out, and you have that information. That's where it's most powerful. You need that information, Sergio. You need the information. And if you want to go and just suck down milk and just be on the toilet your whole life, hey, that's your prerogative, but chances are you're not going to want to. So good for you. You got to figure this out. Get the information, and then you can make better decisions. Let's see. Tyler, what would you say would you say digestive enzymes is the way to go for the gut? I mean, you have the digestive enzymes. I mean, what do you mean? Supplementing with them? You're getting plenty of digestive enzymes. Like, you have them. You have them. Your body can digest these things. Do you mean taking a digestive enzyme supplement? Maybe some people that have like an extreme need for certain things. Talk to your doctor and such. IG dietitians coming after you in 3, 2, 1. What else is new? All right, let's see here. What else we got?
What's in the box?
A supplement for digestive enzymes? I don't think it's really necessary. You could just eat some pineapple. I mean, I think it's more about repairing your gut. I think a lot of people, if they actually ate real food and they repaired their gut and, they actually were consistent with it, I think they wouldn't need digestive enzymes. Maybe it depends on their individual situation. I mean, some of these supplements or maybe prescriptions, maybe an individual needs to take something, or it'd be a good idea to jumpstart something in a different direction. But I wouldn't recommend it for the average person. You don't need that shit. If you're eating good quality food, again, if you're eating good quality food and you have that, you're eating legit shit. You're eating real stuff. You're not like devoid of all these vitamins and minerals, and you're eating all these foods that your body is actually, it's attacking your body essentially. Aziz Peacock, Papa Swolio, what's your opinion on discipline and the lack of it? My opinion on it? I think people need to fucking execute. You start doing what you need to do, whether or not you feel like it. That's what discipline is. My thoughts on it? My opinion? Fucking get some discipline. Destiny, oh, these are the shitty fucking Instagram questions. Destiny Titan, I'm in my first year in the gym. How to gain efficient? Keep going. Good for you. I'm glad you're in the gym. Keep going. Keep going. Lusty Razor, opinion on doing keto and 16-8 intermittent fasting at the same time when cutting. Keto and, intermittent fasting, in other words, you're skipping breakfast. So you're eating keto when cutting. Keto, I think, is decent for some people. Like, how long-term, I think I'm not a big fan of keto long-term, but maybe temporarily. I kind of do. I don't do keto, but at the same time, I don't eat a lot of carbohydrates. I do have raw honey, I have fruit, so I'm definitely not in ketosis. And I don't prefer it. I don't prefer ketosis for strength training. That negatively affects me. I don't like doing full keto. But if you're trying to lose a lot of weight, doing low carb and maybe dipping into ketosis can be, but it's very hard to get into keto. A lot of people say they do keto or think they do keto, but if you use like the test strips and you actually use like a continuous glucose monitor, you're really not in keto as often as you think. It's very hard. It's hard because you eat too much protein. It can kick you out of ketosis. You're kind of always going in and out, if you're eating low carb to that extent, depending on what your blood sugar levels are. And I just don't like to do, I think you're complicating it. In terms of this question, keto and 16-8 intermittent fasting when you're cutting. It's like, so you're doing what? Calorie restriction, you're eating keto and you're doing intermittent fasting. I think you're just doing every fad. You're spending too much time on Instagram looking and seeing these buzzwords. That's why, look, if you shelve all that stuff, if you're just coming across my content, you're just coming across the SwoleFam, you're just coming across Swolenormous X, wherever you're listening, wherever you're picking up this information, share this clip, share this podcast, send this information to people. You need to do an elimination diet first. Figure out which foods work best for your body, which foods don't work best for your body, and then you can concern yourself with, should I skip breakfast? Should I eat during the afternoon only? Should I do fasting? Like, should I do a 24-hour? Focus on eating the right fucking foods first. Who cares? I don't care if you're intermittent fasting. I don't care if you're doing keto, whatever you call it. You can do keto and eat garbage shit. Eat vegetable oils all fucking day. Like, you can eat less calories than you burn, but you could also be eating nutrient devoid food. So then you're restricting your calories and you're not getting enough nutrients. So you're compounding these fucking problems. I'm just not a fan of doing any of these things without focusing on food quality first. Yeah, Keto D's nuts. Get these fucking nuts. What about Premier Protein? I don't know what that is. Is that a brand? In terms of protein supplements, grass-fed, grass-finished, whey protein isolate, if required, if necessary. Aside from that, unflavored, just don't suck down all these artificial sweeteners, these cookies and cream, gross things. Stay away from concentrate, stay away from all these fillers. A lot of that is just nonsense. The problem is a lot of these, because you're doing so much processing with these powders, you can get a lot of heavy metals and other impurities in these powders. So always best to eat your food from the source. It's a powder. It's a powder. What are these questions, man? JSTP, diet-wise, for getting lean, what is your advice on how much I should eat? I have no fucking idea. I don't know anything about you. You don't even have a profile picture. Let me tell you how much you should eat. Do an elimination diet. Fucking lazy-ass questions. Oh my God. Sad Papunklad. Good question. Best way to eat beef liver. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your fucking mouth.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
In your mouth hole. Don't put it in your anus. No suppository with the beef liver. I eat it raw and I put it in my mouth. I chew it with my face. Facial chew. All right, Kushagara, 93. Papa Swolio, I feel the only thing left in my life is working out. I got into college, got no friends, always lonely. Kushagara, the gym is your friend. The gym is your friend. And you got a friend in the SwoleFam here. I think you're looking at it backwards. You're in college, cool. You're creating the foundation for your life. Now, you might want to think like, hey, am I going to college for a reason? I don't know what you're studying. I'm not trying to get off in the rails. I'm not trying to change what you're doing. But for most people, college is not necessary, especially now. So you might not want to be getting into, tens or more thousands of dollars in debt without having an idea of what you want to do in your life. Because if you're lost now, getting in debt and having a worthless degree is not going to make it better. Just saying. You're in college. You're looking at this glass half empty rather than half full. The only thing left in your life is working out? No. You have your rock. Working out, the gym, taking care of your body, taking care of your health is your rock. Now, if you follow the 7 pillars, pillar number 1 is community. So community means what you're listening to, what you're watching to. I appreciate you asking the question on the page, but what you surround yourself with, not just the people. I don't have a ton of friends, but I have deep friends. I have really important friends. I have people that I will text or call when I have to talk about important shit. I don't do a lot of like acquaintances where I'm just like hanging around with people, wasting my time. I like to get shit done for me and I focus on me and I have a few really close friends. That's how I roll. Some people just like to be social butterflies and that's cool too. But a lot of times it's depth, not width with most things. That's what she said. So you're in college, you got no friends, always lonely. You're going to meet people in the gym. You're going to become a more confident person. You might want to look into martial arts too as well for more self-confidence and self-esteem. But it's really important. The working out, the gym should be your rock. That's your center. And there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people think like, oh, you're just obsessed with the gym. That's all you do is the gym. The gym is self-development. The gym is discipline. The gym is putting yourself through challenges and overcoming things that you couldn't do before, but you were consistent and you were disciplined and you did it anyway. And then you were able to overcome it. I mean, the gym has saved so many people. Imagine if people didn't have the ability to train like that. You think depression's bad now? Imagine if people weren't able to go to the gym and take care of themselves. So don't look at this as like the only thing I have in the gym. Get the fuck out of here. That's a huge thing to have. That's your rock. That's your center. And it'll keep you focused and then other things will come and go. And trust me, you'll meet people. Just keep on developing yourself. And the more you develop yourself into a full, complete human being that you love, then you are complete, your cup is full, and you'll be able to share with other people, and then you'll meet the right people in your life, whether it's a significant other or friends. But if you fulfill yourself, then you'll be able to connect more with people, with the person that you truly are. So there you go, some deep knowledge cock for you. Yeah, I agree. Social justice warrior, swole justice warrior, getting in debt over a worthless degree sucks. I agree. Daniel Torres, what do you think about mixing HIIT and lifting? I think it's really a non-issue. I think it's just branding and marketing. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? I don't give a fuck about HIIT training. I mean, HIIT is like, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to accomplish? What's your goal? What do I think about it? I don't think about anything, like in terms of training. Like, what do you think about kettlebells? I think they're great. What do you think about a jump rope? I think it's a good tool. It depends on what you're using it for. Like, what are you trying to accomplish? And is that tool or is that training protocol going to get you closer? So HIIT and lifting mixed, I don't know. Like, how are you going to do it? How do you define high intensity interval training? I mean, I do kettlebell stuff. That's essentially like HIIT training. Like, you're doing a lot of like work and then you're resting. It's kind of like lifting too. So it depends on how you do it. Let's see here. Oh my God. Pedro, there's a difference between loneliness and alone. One is dependent on something while the latter allows you to operate solo. Goddamn right. Maxwell, flexing my swole privilege and doing that 15-minute cold plunge. I was doing the cold plunge earlier today as well. I did like 5 or 6 minutes. Are you still trying? You did 15 minutes. You don't have to go that long. Good. I mean, you're going to be cold, shivering for a while afterwards, but to each their own. You don't have to go that long. But everyone's trying to be like Wim Hof now. You don't have to go in there for an hour, bro. Elijah's going to be like found out there, just like a fucking ice cube. Just, I was trying to do an hour. Careful, bro. Careful. You'll know, everyone that does a cold plunge, if you try to really push it, you can go too far and to the point where like you're cold for so long. I remember I did that once. Oh man. I mean, it's starting to get warmer out, so I'm able to go in longer, but man, if you're in there long enough, and I think a lot of people too, they feel like they have to have it with ice in there. Like you have to have it at 30 fucking 2 degrees. If you're in there at 40 degrees, I mean, it's freezing. Just go in there longer. I mean, it's still lowering your body temperature. Your body temperature is not going to get to 40 degrees. You'd be dead. So it's slowly bringing it down, but it's just that initial shock. It's so good. Get your cold plunge on, fam. Get your cold therapy on. It'll help you. It's good for you. Unfreeze them like Captain America. Indeed. Speaking of America, let's get some Swole privilege, fam. We got a card to give away. Reminder that we have our SwoleFam accountability meetings. That's tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, February the 21st. Make sure that you are there for that. Join now over there at swolenormousx.com. You can join for less than $5. We got some Fuck Your Resolution specials closing out soon. So make sure that you are joining unlimited if you are ready to join. But like I said, you don't need to drop some big coin to join the SwoleFam. You get access to all the private live streams with all memberships. So check it out, swolenormousx.com. And tomorrow, 12 noon, tomorrow's episode will be private for members only. Live call at noon. Don't miss out on that. Okay, let's get into the Swole card. Let's go to the Swole card. Let's get a little gorillas here. Who we got here? Swole privilege. Who dropped the hashtag Swole privilege? Who's got some privilege? I know one of you does. Someone's got it. Someone's got it. Get some Swole privilege. Get some Swole privilege. Swole privilege. Swole privilege. Michael Vasulis. Congratulations. I saw the hashtag. Oh my God. And you had the Let's Go Brandon. Okay, I didn't even see that. I saw the hashtag Swole privilege. Michael, congratulations, bruh. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, Swole card 2116 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Everyone, let's give a little golf clap. Very nice. Very nice. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, fam. Thank you for being here. We had a great Sunday Funday Q&A. We got some piano cock coming up in just a second. Falcon, take us away. Send us that email. Michael Vasulis to the main stage. Getting some Swole privilege. Fam, I'm going to be very upset if you guys don't go outside and get some sun on your nips. Go get some fucking games. Go make a pump. Go make a Pumpy McPumperson. Go get swole. Time to get swole, baby. Let's fucking go. What a great show. Sunday Funday Q and Anus. No one gives out more brown eye than the Papa. Papa and the fam. I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
Come on, what soundboard you want? Let's go. What soundboard you want? Drop in the comments.
Hello, baby. I like to caress rusty stones.
We're off the chain. We're off the chain. Unchained. Pop us loose. Playing that man piano.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Oh, it's juicy.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon there. Shout out to Tyler and Matt Damon. Sponsor. Oh, Mr. Strickland. Mr. Strickland. Where are we?
Mr. Strickland. Emotional damage.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Lee.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Ever served in a forward area?
We got some piano cut coming. Like 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Quick release. No hands. Like a magician. Nothing's in my hands. Nothing's in my hands. How did he do that? How did he do it? Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop whining. Stop whining. You know it was that good fucking piano cut. You know it was that good piano cut. It was juicy. It was juicy. It was big.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
It was excellent. All right, today's episode will be available everywhere. TheDailySwole.com for all the links. Leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere you can leave a review. Check us out, TheDailySwole.com. And of course, make sure you share the podcast. Helps a lot. SwoleNormousX.com for all the links. And let's go. Let's fucking go. Tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Be there for the accountability meeting. Live call. See you there. We'll be back here on Tuesday for episode 2118. My God, we are just going right along. And stay tuned. Those signature series are going to be in your hands shortly. So we'll talk more about that. Fucking gorillas to leave you. Fam, it was a great show. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a part of it. I'll see you over there at SwoleNormousX.com. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh, 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 oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No